But for chair, what's up, man? Sorry, I was trying to get YouTube chat to work. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer for some reason. I don't know why. So, what are you up to, man? This is a small commission. It's not anything special. It's essentially a bird
Lays
cage
Dreamer
with
2318
three
says,
doves
Yo,
flying out. Flying out. Lazy Dreamer, what's up?
Sheer Curry says,
Shakuri!
OMG, OMG, what is happening? Another person in line E8G says, just trying to stave off the impending AI takeover at work.
Yeah, AI is a little bit out of control, is it not? Yeah. Yeah. What are you gonna do? Might as well just go with it. Just give in.
QFXYT says,
Don't
what
give
else
in.
is out of control? Sheer Curry says, do you have AI reference for this?
This one, I do, but I'm not
Another
using
person
it.
in line E8G says, if work doesn't work out, he'll be selling pumpkin babies at a corner near you.
So what I did, I looked up a lot of. Okay, one second. Let me turn the music down some. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but it's too much on my end. Yeah, let's talk about AI some. I I don't really have like I did some mock-ups of it. And what I do, I always put in like Bouguereau, like how he would draw it, right? Because I don't want to rip off people that are like current, you know what I mean? But I've been thinking about this a lot. Um, but yeah, so like essentially what I did, I went from that to trying to find just doves in general, because here's three doves. There's a bird cage that they're coming out of. The problem I have, I don't have live doves, and I had a commission a long time ago. It's actually one of the paintings, Mary with surrounded by angels, and so for the bird wings, I actually got a dove, but you can't see their wings. You have to, like unless you, probably going into taxidermy, that's the way to do it is to go and actually buy. You know what? That's what I should
Another
do is
person in
buy a
line
bird with
E8G
the
says,
wings, coming out.
Boog is pretty chill, he won't mind. I think he would love it if current artists borrowed his idea. Sheer Curry says, the age-old reference problem.
Yeah, but I think taxidermy is like thinking about it is probably the way to go. But this is like so anyway. What I did, I did for AI. I just said like do various like images of a bird
Sheer
in
Curry
a
says,
dove in flight.
I have been looking at taxidermy stuff, but that's expensive, lol.
It is. It's expensive. So I got AI to do like references of a bird or of a dove, like so in various positions. And so I'm what I did then, I was kind of, and I also was going online studying anatomy of the birds, just trying to get the concept of it. So these birds, I'm kind of doing them out of my head slash between AI references of real life birds and then actual real life photos. So it's kind of like of everything. Because I do want I think it's important to put effort into the initial phase. Like I've said before with AI, you can break out of a slump and you can study. It's a good way of studying, and that's what I would use it as. It's like if I'm gonna, you can kind of prompt something and
Another person in
use it
line
as a
E8G
study,
says,
right?
say goodbye to Starbucks venti lats.
What's happening with Starbucks? But anyway, there's something about the process of like the initial phase of going through that, like,
Almond
oh,
the
I don't know what
painter
to
says,
do. How did you go about
good
this?
evening ladies and gents.
Stuff out, man. And so I just that going down, trying to, get your hands dirty and trying to figure out like the composition. Like I've been moving these birds around. I started this actually Friday before I streamed on Friday. But was moving the birds around and stuff, and just that exercise really, really helps instead of just copying something. Like I would use the AI as kind of like um, you would go to a museum and you might paint from a painting. Um, but I personally don't want to type in something that has some like Ruan Ja. Like I wouldn't want to. I mean, for fun, I might type his work in and just see what it comes up with. But I don't want to be copying that. I would actually go and copy his work. Like look up his reference photos and stuff. Um, if I was doing that, but I don't
QFXYT
feel good
says,
about
Buds
typing
AI, can you eat that?
people's names in and
Another person in
like
line
copying that
E8G
work.
says,
You know.
oh no, I'm just joking. If you buy taxidermy, you'll have to drink instant coffee for a while.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, gotcha. So anyway, I need to pull my reference photos up. Actually, they're on the computer, but yeah, I'm trying to put a little bit more into the initial process here. Like, and I did this, I did with my landscape painting.
Sheer
But the
Curry
next landscape
says,
painting I want to
insects and ducklings are pretty cheap.
come. you, you thrive. You live off insects. Uh, what was I doing? Other thing is, I am going off of hardly much sleep. Like I have not slept. So I'm like, I think probably what you would classify as mentally retarded right now. I'm pretty certain that is what's happening to me. Here it is. This is the photo, right?
QFXYT says, LOL, you gonna turn to one of those who have a bunch of pinned insects on their wall. Another person in line E8G says, did anyone see the blood red moon this morning?
No,
It
was
was
there?
cloudy here so could see it.
Oh, wow.
Richard Wyant 3728
What's
says,
up, Richard?
that composition looks great.
This?
Sheer Curry
It's
says,
all right. It's a little bit flat
nothing new.
here. It's a little bit flat. All right. Your face is going to say, just like my rating? Is that what you're going to say? Oh, Shakira too. We were doing. You missed it. I was hoping you were going to be on the stream on Friday, but
Torth14 says,
I'll show you what we did.
just do more damn bro. QFXYT
Here's
says, Legolas would say it was a bloody night, which it probably was.
so this is the hand
Sheer Curry says,
we're doing.
I missed that darn hands.
That's all right.
Grasshopper
For short.
11275
Grasshopper, what's
says,
up?
you need to sleep, bruh.
Well, what happened was it was windy 2 nights ago, and so the shutters were banging, and I had to pinpoint what
Sheer Curry
shutter it
says,
was.
that hand is perfect. Not OCA says, happy burrito day Lewis.
Great. Here we go. What's up, out guy? But anyway, I was trying to figure out the shutter, like which one it was, and
Another person in line E8G says, if you get some sleep, you can see me stream tonight at midnight.
I would, man, if I was up by then. But anyway, so I went outside, like I had to put my coat on, and I was
Sheer Curry
inspecting the
says,
shutters, and
those shutters are out to get you.
they are, man. And so I went out with a sock because what was it was like my MacGyver fix. I was gonna shove this, like there's a latch, but the latch gets loose, so you shove a sock in between it, and so it's fine. So I had to pinpoint which one it was. So I was out there, and of course, when I went out, the wind stopped blowing, so I couldn't figure out which one it was. And I was out there for 10 minutes standing around, and I was hoping the neighbors did not see me because it looked like I was about to rob the place, and they wouldn't have known.
Grasshopper
It was very sketchy.
11275 says, don't
Just
let
that
them
thing.
shutters get you down.
This is like at
Another person in line
1 or 2 in
E8G
the morning.
says, oh, you gonna paint bats attacking.
But anyway, I found out. So I went back upstairs, and then I figured out it's the one. Actually, I have three windows in my room, two on one side. It was the one that was furthest away. So I went out, tentatively put the sock there because the last time I got attacked by a bat, and then that led to me getting a $25,000 bill. Needless to say, I did not want that to happen again, so I was very careful. I shoved the sock in there. Now we have a sock hanging out in front of the house, but I was able to sleep. See? Men! Men! Men.
Torque14 says. Now you don't have a sock for your burrito. QFXYT says. Where else did you put a sock?
You guys are sick. You know what they're doing? They're texting each other right now. Dude, no, I'm gonna say this. You say that. Yes, this is great. Because they're like retarded fourth graders. No, third graders. Third. I had to think about that. I want to be precise in my assessments. Extremely accurate.
Torque14 says. We're not texting each other.
You're sexting
We're
each
in
other.
Discord. Share Curry
Sure
says.
you are.
I knew this was where it was going.
Yeah. Everybody knew that that's where it was going. I'm just trying to figure out. See, okay. Let's see this. You'll see that right down there. That's what I'm looking at. Just a bunch of birds. Now, here's the thing. That anatomy, I know, cannot be right. Like this,
Not
I don't know if
OCA
y'all can see it.
says.
It looks like a claw.
How much burrito sauce did you have on that sock?
I'm not dignifying that question with an answer, jackass. You jackass. Back to it.
QFXYT says. Probably a lot.
I'm not the one who glazes my paintings.
Torque14 says. You still gonna play Mage Lewith?
You know what y'all are trying to do? You're trying to piss me
Another
off.
person in line E8G
It's
says.
working!
You should add a bathtub ducket.
Look, the only reason why I would play Midnight is so I can make literally a house and put as many dicks in it as possible and try to promote it. So what I would do.
QFXYT says.
No, that doesn't look good.
Did you even buy the expansion?
No, not yet.
Torque14
Last
says.
night I hit a freaking
Have
wall.
you seen Nomadic's house? Grasshopper
I think so,
11275
right?
says.
Here at the movie theater.
This is going to end up being a painting of bats carrying socks.
These are actually, yeah, you're right. But these are actually supposed to be doves. But they do look like bats. Wings pinned. This is like the Batman symbol. Isn't it?
Torque14
It's a little
says.
puffy than that, right?
No, he has a 80-foot tall dude statue with hairy balls, giving OCA's house the finger.
Really?
Almond the painter says. This evening a more fluid block in IC. QFXYT says. I was kinda interested in the praise system, but the mount reward kinda cheeks. Julie Wyancy 3SC says. Hasn't anyone taught you not to say the R word? How rude and inconsiderate.
R
Torque
word.
14 says. Really? Yeah.
Juliet. Here we go. When you're around, it's the only word that keeps on coming up. And believe it or not, I filter it like 100 times more than I say it. You're welcome.
Another person in line E8G says. Are they like pigeons?
Retard. Look, I'm going to play the expansion. I've just been putting it off because every expansion is starting to feel like a patch.
Torque 14
and they're
says.
pissing me off.
I'm not allowed to say the R word anymore.
I feel like
my wife will beat me. QFXYT says. You like those butterfly mounts?
I feel like the only way to relate to these people is to go and get like a pumpkin latte from freaking Starbucks. It's the only way to relate to the people who do this game. Talk about how sensitive everything is. It's about
Grasshopper
feeling.
11275 says.
Bullshit.
The expansion is just Blood Elf starting area regurgitated so far. Torque 14 says.
Yeah.
Dude, I'd love a Starbucks latte right now.
They
Sheer
are
Curry
actually pretty good.
says.
I like pumpkin.
Pumpkin baby latte.
Just it's a masterpiece.
Sheer
Look,
Curry
he
says.
needs to make a shirt.
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin. That Hansel's so hot right
Almond the
now.
painter says.
Hansel.
You folks should hear the hard R's thrown around in Eastern Europe lol.
Yeah, because yeah, they have it right.
Sheer Curry says. Starbucks is too weak for me. I'm European.
Yeah.
Another person in line E8G says.
Yeah.
Just walk into Starbucks and ask for a pumpkin latte.
Do that over in Europe. Can I have a pumpkin latte? They're just staring at you. Wonder if they do have that. Huh.
Almond the painter
Who
says.
knows? This doesn't work.
European coffee supremacy. Sheer Curry. Torque 14 says.
It is good, man.
Then you have the N-word in New Zealand non-stop. Sheer
Yeah.
Curry says. I like strong coffee.
Yeah, strong coffee is good. I like it too. Quite a bit. I'm pretty good at limiting myself. Like I have 1 cup in the morning.
Sheer Curry says.
So I'll have chocolate.
Almond Americans drink milk with a drop of coffee lol.
Yeah, that was me actually growing up when I
Sheer
was
Curry
like
says.
in a
Sad life.
tin.
Almond the
But no,
painter
not right
says.
now.
Ugh.
Dude, no. Well, you know what? I don't know what they do in those lattes, but we have some pretty good coffee. But yeah, and here's the thing. There's a lot of shops around here that have taken on the European style. In fact, I need to try up front because there's a shop up front. What's it called? Amazing Groceries or something. Anyway, and they have a really cool coffee machine. It looks awesome. It looks like they know what they're doing with it because there are places here that try to bring that over here. So, and obviously where I'm from, it's extremely cultured. Okay, as you can tell. What am I doing? All right, get with it. These keep on getting bigger. Stuff. See, the thing is, the doves, they're all
Torque
shaped.
14 says. Problem with Euro coffee, I wanna sip mine for a while as a way to relax. Not take a shot. QFXYT
It's
says.
too big.
50% mild, 40% sugar, 10% brown water spiced up. Another person in line E8G says. It's interesting coffee shops are charging 10 to 15 bucks for a coffee drink.
Really? Dude, that's too much. Oh,
Another
actually, I was
person in line
charged like
E8G says.
over
Too
$10
poor
for a
to
beer
walk
the
in
other
those
night.
fancy shops.
So we have a place I like here, which is called Joymongers.
Sheer Curry says.
Make their own
If
beer.
they offer oat milk, you're in the wrong place.
But it was like they charged me like $10 for the beer. It's like, dude, I'll go out and get a case.
Corey Shaw
Actually, not a case. It would be a
1975
little...
says. Why is my mom there again? WTFFFFF. Almond the painter says. Here it is still €1 for a prime espresso.
Corey Shaw.
Not OCA says. You should try dipping your burrito into a Starbucks pumpkin latte with extra whipped cream. Torque 14 says. Gotta get to the bar during happy hour. $15 beer night.
These smaller heads, and I'm making them look like freaking eagles. Maybe I should turn them into an eagle for America. Zoom in some.
Almond the painter says. 15 what? Almond the painter says. For one beer?
it was for a beer. I paid $10. I think I tipped them $1 at the end, so $11 for just a beer because they brew their own, and it's okay beer, but I mean it's just a beer.
Sheer Curry
This is
says,
bullshit.
ask for doves and just give them eagles with an American flag background.
That's what I want to do actually. There's like a drape of the American flag over the. Did something like that in a video. Oh yeah, I was modeling. Yeah, my wigged self went up there and like eagles burst out of the scenes and stuff. Right.
QFXYT
Right?
says, make the wings blue and red. Corey Shaw 1975 says, what does it sounds like when doves cry? Sheer Curry says, LMAO.
Do you want to do this? Okay, so let's have this one like kind of looking. Wait, no, let's have this one looking for. This one's looking.
Almond the Painter says, although I have to say Hagel's lack is unthinkable for an southerner Sheer Curry XD.
Let's do this. No, that looks like a freaking chicken. Or does it? You know what the
Sheer
thing is?
Curry says,
After I'm done at
Almond, how
home,
do you know all these Dutch things lol?
Google. Looks like a duck. Looks like a freaking duck. I can do that. Continue. Let's see what we get
Corey
here.
Shaw 1975 says, Dutch oven?
That's disgusting.
Almond the Painter says, because I lived near the Netherlands for a few years.
Netherlands seem really cool, actually. Never been. Do I like that, or do I like the head down more? This one looks like a freaking eagle. Okay, that's okay. I'm taking. They kind of have big
Sheer
foreheads.
Curry says, we have Rembrandts. W1 enter ST0RM says, Joe, you are drawing some doves.
Yeah. Yes, I am. I'm gonna trim this head down some actually. I might be overthinking this or underthinking it.
W1 enter ST0RM says, awesome.
Yeah. I slowly
Almond
start
the
looking like
Painter
bats.
says, Ik ben geen vreemd. Not OCA
What now?
says, when you going to LVL Big Burrito?
Uh, Probably. I can't tonight. My
Sheer
friends are
Curry
trying to get
says,
me out. They're taking
I
me
have been
sti
painting tit birds. Torque
tit
14
birds?
says,
What's that?
I hear you're a StarCraft main now.
No, dude. It's comical. Zerx was saying I should start streaming my games, and probably one of the reasons is because of how bad I am at StarCraft. I am actions per minute, right? That's how you measure if somebody's good. Mine are always the lowest out of all the players by far. Like people are double and tripling me on average. I'm retarded with this. Like I am the worst. I play with them because I enjoy playing with. I enjoy the game. It's fun. But Zerks and Miz are good. I don't know how they got that way. I can't do this. Like
QFXYT says. It's fine to suck at StarCraft, that shit's a total app slave game. Torque14 says.
it's a good
So it's
game.
like WoW then.
You just keep on going. um, but yes, yeah.
Not OCA
I'll
says.
level up
Okay, so when you going to
Wednesday.
LVL Lewis?
Wednesday, probably
Torque14
Wednesday or
says.
Thursday.
Got
Thursday I
him.
can't. Friday maybe. Yeah, you got me. Friday, Saturday maybe. I don't see. Okay, my mom's out of town, so when she's out of town, that's when I can do things around the house without getting like driven crazy. And I'm going to freaking clean my room and the study downstairs and make the study, which was Dad's study, my study. That's what I'm going to do. So
QFXYT says.
Wednesday and
If
this
you like to
weekend.
spam 300 APM you might start having fun Lelaterus, the remaining player base is gonna roll over you.
I know, man. They're so good. We came across somebody who was like almost 400 APM, which is like professional level, and he destroyed us. It was
Not
like
OCA says. You got lot of time.
Xerx is like above 100, Miz is above 100, and like even Crystar plays, and he's like Crystar's like 60. I'm 30. It's like so bad, and I am
QFXYT says.
trying.
Real shit. The last people playing are way too good.
They're really damn good. They're really good, and that's okay. It's fine. Like I think what it is, dude. I made this guy look like a Santa Claus. Let's see. What can I do with this? That's because I made the head so small. Now he looks too small. So now I have to. Damn it. Wait. Maybe the bodies get bigger. That's it. Bodies get bigger. Okay.
Not OCA says. You like small heads. Sheer Curry says. Will this be a painting?
No. No. Somebody wanted me to do this drawing, so they saw my work, liked it, like everybody does, except for me. And they wanted me to do a drawing of doves bursting out of a cage, 3 of them. So,
QFXYT says. I watched this finale with Zeral, that guy was losing and spamming like 500 APM, I
really,
thought his nose was about to
Cyril?
start bleeding.
Cyril's really good. He's Is he Dutch? I don't think he's Dutch. He's from Where's he from? It's not France, is it? He is not American. He's really good. I mean,
Not OCA
he's beating
says.
all the Koreans, which tells you
Bursting
something.
burrito take cover.
That doesn't work. This isn't working. Let's see. Okay. We're gonna go out. I just don't see. This is what I'm looking at here. Can y'all see this? I don't have my screen up because my screen is normally here, but right. But this is what I'm just trying to look at the anatomy and understand what I'm doing with this stuff. So this is AI mockup, which means that it's not necessarily going to be anatomical.
Sheer Curry says. Have you ever painted a mural? QFXYT says. He got toyed with that game, by a Marine player, which was kinda crazy.
Did he lose?
W1 enter ST0RM says.
Shakuri, I
Good
want to paint a
choice,
mural.
doves/pigeons are my favorite animals. Not
Yeah, I like it
OCA
too.
says. Are those bats?
No. Let's change this. Do that because this, what I don't like that. I don't like that as much. I need to change the body up. Maybe.
Torque14 says.
Let's do this.
Have you ever painted doves before?
Yeah. No, only the wings. That's why this is a little bit tricky. Those legs, too. That's the thing is taxidermy, man, and that's the way to do it. That doesn't work. Let's have this. Wait a second.
Sheer Curry says.
Let's have this coming down slow.
Pigeons.
Pigeons?
Sheer Curry says.
Never painted pigeons.
Rats of the sky. Almond the painter says.
Yes, they are.
I heard practicing drawing horses improves skill, but could be a myth. QFXYT says. I heard the amount of APM you can spam in StarCraft correlates perfectly to your arena skill. Torque14 says. When you have something new you haven't painted, do you kinda expect to suck at it the first few times? I assume that's the study thing you're always talking about.
Yeah. Like, so this is the thing, is like, I was kind of talking about when I came in. It's like AI gives you good, like, ideas and stuff for things. But this phase where I'm kind of going through and correcting and looking at the anatomy and stuff, this is the learning phase. And so I'm using AI as the reference, as like real life AI reference, if that makes sense.
QFXYT says.
Which helps to a degree.
How many 90s yet gears?
But yeah, this is like, it's a lot of trial and error in the beginning, and then it's just like anything, you know. Some things, you know, come easier than others for some people. Some people are naturals at landscapes, and others are better at animals, figures. People like myself are better at everything.
Torque14 says. 290s and my priest is 83, I think.
Dude, it's insane. Okay, wait. So this is shaped more like this. It's a little bit thinner. Shaping it like a keg more. It's more like a wine
Sheer
bottle.
Curry says. You should just paint and draw everything you can to practice.
Yeah.
QFXYT says.
She's correct.
What a pumper, I heard it takes a while to level.
Gears is good at leveling. He helped me with my druid once, and then I didn't cast one spell the whole time by principle. And then I didn't know how to play him when I hit max level.
Grasshopper11275 says.
Grasshopper.
There is nothing wrong with using AI as a reference if it's a good reference. You'll get more realistic doves with stock photos, but AI is the right tool for composition. Sheer Curry says.
Yeah.
You could paint a burrito. Torque14 says. Oh,
Don't
remix
start.
leveling, I forgot about that. QFXYT says. I can send a reference. Sheer Curry says. You have a worst. Sheer Curry says. Worst. W1 enter ST0
Are you talking
RM
about
says.
like a bratwurst?
I like it more to get photo references and then cut them and put them back together into the composition I want.
Yeah.
Torque14 says.
Yeah.
Last time QFX sent a reference he had to register for 6 years. Grasshopper11275 says.
That looks horrible.
If you want Lewis to paint your dove you better be paying him well. Almond the Painter says.
Oh,
Currywurst.
I can't think right now.
W1 Enter ST0RM says.
I need to
But
put
you
some.
need to find pictures first that fit what you need, might be hard sometimes. Shrikitten says. Curry, are you saying
Yes,
he's
she
got a
is.
big dick?
Yes, she is.
WTF did I walk in on? Not
That's what
OCA
I
says.
thought he said, and she
Lewis, how do
correct.
you like your bratwurst?
See?
QFXYT says. I'm still in jail. Sheer Curry
There
says.
it is.
I meant because he's German, OMG.
That's not how it read. That's really, you got it worse. I'm like, I know. But I'm not even German. I'm not German. Actually, that's not true. Wait, I think I
Shrikitten
am
says.
part German.
Lewis isn't German. He's
I'm Italian,
Italian
half
what?
Italian. I have
Sheer
some
Curry
Norwegian and
says.
German in me though too.
Small bratwursts exist.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Sheer Curry says. I meant QFX.
There you go. Thank you. They do exist.
QFXYT says. For sure.
Foch. Foch.
Torque 14 says.
Why is this looking
I
like
thought you were born in T Florence Academy in Italy.
I'm not the one who keeps on bringing this up? Why is this looking like? Wait, no,
Shrikitten
it's starting to
says.
look like a bird now.
Curry, no shame, just say it. Head totally tap
Thank you.
that. He likes you and your lemons.
Lemons.
Not OCA says.
Like Kima
Many
was doing lemons.
burritos
She was doing the
incoming.
grapes. Actually, her lemon. She could probably do good lemons too. Huh?
Another person in line E8G says. Who's got a small what worst?
QFX. We established this. Oh, guys. Half the time I don't know what I'm doing. And my hand is so
Grasshopper
shaky
70
right now.
says. Your top dove looks kind of thick compared to the others, might be the angle.
It is the angle, and it's also just not. It's like more developed than these.
QFXYT says. It wasn't always small, but I grinded it down.
You grinded it down. You yeah. What? Why? Of course. What the hell am I doing?
Sheer Curry says. I was gonna say something about salami, but never mind.
This looks weird. I bring that up some. Wait. Damn it.
Shrikitten says.
It's like that awkward
I
hand
see you
feeling when
winding
you.
and grinding up on that pole.
Who are you talking to? Dude, there's no way that works.
Almond the Painter says. Never thought I would hear an Akon reference here.
Akon? So sometimes you have to draw the retarded part of yourself out. Get rid of it.
Shrikitten says. I'm
It's
cool
horrible.
homie lol. Torque 14 says. She yuck. QFXYT says. Like Liadrin.
So is he whiny or anything? Like,
Almond the Painter says.
is he a good
I am more
character?
of a Dean Martin Records type of person.
Flip the wing. Kind of like that, except it's too long. That's what she said.
Not OCA says. Did the birds have a threesome? QFXYT says. She kinda badass, not whiny.
Who is this? Oh, Dean Martin. Dean Martin?
W1 enter ST0RM says. Joe Grasshopper, what's up? I should paint a grasshopper someday just because of you, lol.
It's a huge compliment, Grasshopper.
Cher Curry says. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie.
That's morena.
Almond the
That's
Painter
morena.
says. That's Amory. Sherikitten says. Are you going to play the new Resident Evil?
You asking me? I never play new games. I wouldn't be opposed to it. I just never, I didn't even know it was coming out until like we talked about it
Cher Curry
on
says.
Friday.
Does he have other songs?
Oh, it's morena. It's morena. This is
Sherikitten
a
says.
disaster.
It's so fucking good, dude. Almond the Painter
Really?
says. A bunch.
It's like when
QFXYT says. I got an ad where it said you could buy it for $6 down from 70 lol, seemed a bit susty.
yeah, is it sus? Yeah. So let's bring this back. Bring this back this way. There we go. I like the bird going that way. Dun, 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 dun. What am I thinking with this wing? Why won't you die? What the hell's wrong with my pencil? It's like
Sherikitten
the
says.
wing.
Those are those weird sites partnered with weird places like Iran. Just get it on Steam. Grasshopper 70 says. LOL, bugs are hard to paint. QFXYT says. I already watched the story, Leon's still a huge juicer.
Is it juicer? I'll have to check it out, man. I don't know. What's it?
Sherikitten
Is it
says.
on
No
console?
spoilers in case people want to play it.
What's it on? If it's on computer, I can play it. I don't have a console. This wing is dumb. Goodbye, wing. It already looks better.
Sherikitten says. It's on Steam yet. W1 enter ST0RM says. But they are very fun, you get to see all the little details on them you don't notice when you get references for bugs and insects.
Really? Yeah. Hmm. I like this one. I actually do like this, but I just need to fine tune. It'd be cool if the wind was kind of coming out some like that, right? A little bit bigger.
Almond the Painter says,
That was
I
not
think I am
bad.
going to down a bottle of wine and have a cigar. Have a fine evening, ladies and gents.
Oh, what type of cigar are you gonna smoke, Alvin? I actually had a cigar this weekend. It was good. I felt so relaxed
Shuri Kitten
afterwards.
says, which win and cigs?
Oh, it's nice having a good cigar.
Shuri
Okay.
Kitten says, we LOL.
Why?
Grasshopper
We.
70 says, like those hyper macro photos.
It's
Almond the
so
Painter says, paired with a Puglia Primitivo 2017.
the hypermacro. Wait a second. Just want to say paired with the Puglia Primitivo 217. Va bene. Wait, no.
Almond the Painter says,
2017.
Trinidad Robusto.
Trinidad Robusto, all right, man. Anything with a Robusto, you can't go wrong, but it's good. The Trinidad. Those are pretty good
W1 Enter
cigars.
ST0RM says,
Yeah.
yes, they are amazing, happy face. Shuri Kitten says, I had no idea it would say it like that. I'm not unhappy with it though.
Here we go. I'm glad we have text-to-speech here when we never abuse it.
Sheer Curry says, LMAO.
We're gonna have some fun with it actually. See, what can we do here?
Almond the Painter says, y'all need Jesus.
How do we type on this?
Not OCA says. Another person in line
That didn't do
E8G
anything.
says. POO. Sheer
Wait.
Curry says. Which one? Grasshopper 11275 says. Y'all need tequila.
Did that not even go off? What?
QFXYT says. Not untrue.
Are you saying return?
Louis Guidetti says. Freaking ball sack. Louis Guidetti says. Freaking ball sack. Another person in line E8G says.
I just sent it twice.
Caca.
All right, that was fun. All right, now undo. Where did I put my pencil? There it is. All right, let's go to the hand. This later. I don't
Sheer
feel like I'm
Curry
making any
says.
progress.
Pooping. Grasshopper 11275 says. Once in Twitch and once in YouTube. Shuri Kitten says.
Ah.
It sent it as both services. Shuri Kitten says. Meow. W1 Enter ST0RM says. Not the birds, no. Shuri Kitten
I'm
says.
just too.
QFXYT says.
I need to get more
1 in the
sleep to do
pink,
that.
2 in the stink. Sheer Curry says. OMG.
There you go. That makes sense.
Share Curry says. Dear me. Not OCA says.
It's funny, we have Mozart playing too, and this is going on. Let me get this closer here so that I can like actually run into this.
Share Curry says.
Here we go.
FFFFFFFFFGHGHHHH. Sharikitten says. Did you not post the Gazongas in Lewis's QFX? OMG, everyone must see the Gazongas.
What happened?
QFXYT says. NA I didn't XD.
Well,
Not OCA says. Merv.
do that. That works. People can see this very refined chat that we have going on. All right.
Sharikitten says. QFX juiced the titties and made butt for chair blush.
Really? All right. See what I did. Great. Can't even reach the computer. All right. You guys, who's on? Hardly anybody's on Twitch, right? Winter is? Winter? Oh! Delete. And then, where's... Wait a second.
QFXYT says. I didn't actually juice much, that was the reference XD.
Soundtrack. Ah, what to do? Do this.
QFXYT says. Might've even been a nerve. Sharikitten says. You still made but 4 chair scream holy Gazongas you win. QFXYT says. You gonna play Midnight Jury?
Yes, she is. She's going to play. I'll answer that for you.
Sharikitten says. I didn't know you were Norwegian, Lewis.
Partially.
My mod is also Norwegian. Do you know any of the language?
No.
Another person in line E8G says. Holy Gazongas.
The only way I would learn a language if it was outside of a necessity was if I dated somebody that was Norwegian or whatever. I would definitely make an effort to learn the language. But like Italian, I learned because I thought it was respectful to
Sharikitten
know the
says.
country's language.
See, he's still thinking about them. QFXYT says. Shadows are really juiced apparently. Another person in line E8G says. QFX, that would be a good marketing to sell watermelons on a hot summer day.
Yeah, I like learning new languages. I think it's good to. It's always respectful learning languages if you're living in a country. It's also cool just knowing a language.
QFXYT says. It's actually kind of a niche since I don't think many people paint huge gazonkas in fine arts.
I, did y'all post this in our
Shurikitten
Discord?
says. I know some Norwegian stuff because I'm close with my mod.
No way. I used to know how to um, say like we're going for a coffee or something. The Norwegians taught me that at school, but this is a long. I don't remember it anymore. Don't know.
Another person in line E8G
For
says.
as much as they spoke, I
I
probably
know it's a
should.
good niche QFX.
DJ too much here.
Sheer Curry says. I can't think of any artist who does. Shurikitten says. He didn't post it in yours.
No,
He
okay,
posted it in mine though, lol, you should see them.
of course. Well,
Sheer
post
Curry
it in
says.
mine.
Except John Curran in one painting. Shurikitten says. Cause most artists were gay. Sheer Curry says. Shuri, what is your Discord?
Yeah, I want to be in that Discord too.
Shurikitten says.
I don't know why I'm not in
It's
it.
on
Why
my
am I
link
not in it?
tree.
It's on your link tree. Okay, I'll check it out. How come I'm not in your Discord? I am extremely slow with everything.
QFXYT says. I thought about doing some dirty big Gazonka sketches and run these AI voices totally glaze in it like the Bigaro painting collection videos.
Stupid.
Shurikitten says. I don't know, my community is huge but well behaved, lol.
Yeah, because they're afraid of what will happen if they mess up. And I don't blame them. You run a tight ship?
Sheer Curry says. So the opposite of this one.
Mm-hmm.
Shurikitten says. I do. I run it like a starship.
Like a starship? Explain. What does that mean?
Shurikitten says. Yeah, Lewis doesn't let me ban people as often as I like, lol.
No, I just want you to tell me before you do.
Sheer Curry says. Like the band?
That's it.
Shurikitten says. I got that last one though, P.
You did, yeah. She got away with that one. He was being a dick. He was. And he could have tried to appeal it with me, but he never got through to me, so.
Shurikitten says. Like Star Trek.
I mean, in my Discord, it literally says there's one rule. One rule, just be smart. That's it. That's it. Just don't be dumb. And like, you want to get kicked, try me. See what happens. That's the rule. It's not that, that's the rule. Oh gosh.
Shrikitten says. I'm still surprised he didn't reach out when he threatened to.
I think he said he was stressed about stuff before, didn't he? Like back in the day.
Shrikitten says. I guess his gazongas weren't big enough. QFXYT says. All grinded down to.
Control. Fuck. Oh, you stupid shift. Damn it.
Shrikitten says. I'd be stressed too if my life was just pissing off Reddit and running. Another person in line E8G says. Louth, when you draw that hand, are you having to know all the anatomy stuff?
I mean, it helps, but no, you don't. You don't need to. But it definitely does help.
Shrikitten says.
I can't think
Bite it
right now.
harder.
Like I'm really struggling right now. Just get sleep, guys. Oh, and last night I didn't sleep that well either.
QFXYT says. Shush.
I feel crazy. I feel insane right now, man. This is one of those days. This is just
QFXYT
one of those
says.
days, man.
Let's see the teeth marks on that pencil.
Teeth marks on it.
Grasshopper11275 says. This drawing could have been a nap.
Yeah, probably. You got to get work done, man. We got to work. I have to work. Plus, I really do feel like I just need to toughen up more.
Shrikitten says. We would watch you sleep.
Scared, just like of what I would do when I
QFXYT
slept.
says. Already gave up on the birds just like threes.
Shut up! I didn't give up on threes.
Sheer Curry says.
So everybody holds me
Get
back.
coffee.
I know I need some, but we don't have good coffee here.
Shrikitten says. Are you asleep, Fapper? LOL.
No, man.
QFXYT says. I
At least I
thought you
don't think
had
I.
this juicer priest to play with now.
Val, yeah, he came back. He came back. I don't play twos with him. I've been playing threes with him, so he's good. We have Gears too. Gears is always offering. We don't have a drought of people anymore. I'm never on is the problem. Like ever. Did I play this weekend? I played. No, I didn't even play this weekend. Oh, because the expansion came out. I didn't pre-order it. I'm not pre-ordering this bullshit. It's Miz. 1 second. Miz, what's up? Good, good. You should get in stream. Yeah, but who cares? Yeah, but what's up?
Sheer Curry says,
Well, you're not
you
on
should
speakers.
place
They can't
name.
hear you.
QFXYT says, yeah, that $70 shit is a scam.
Yeah, people were doing that. It started coming up in my YouTube feed. Some funny
Shrikitten
stuff. It was
says,
pretty funny actually.
oh, is that Mizris?
Um, but yeah, yeah. Yeah, it did because it started like all this stuff started coming up because for like 2 weeks straight people were messing with me with that stuff more than usual. No, we can talk about it. Yeah, we can talk about it later. Look, I don't know if I'll be on at all tonight because I'm going out to eat. So yeah, okay. And last night I crashed. Sorry about that. I should have said something to you guys. I didn't see the text. Yeah. Uh, Cool. Yeah, no, but you can call me later or something. We can talk about it because we were actually just talking about some on the stream. I was talking about how good you guys are and how bad I am. You know, the usual. Oh, he was. Nice. Nice, nice. All right, man. I'll see you. Myth. Told him I was like, get in the stream. He's like, you're streaming? You bastard. Dude, what did I do to my freaking shoulder? How? I'm an artist. I am a refined high class artist. How is my shoulder freaking dislocating?
QFXYT
Damn,
says, is he a juicer?
he's really good at StarCraft. I'm telling you, these guys are. I don't know how they got good. They're just like, yeah, do this, do that. I mean, I don't. I, they're good.
Sheer Curry says, yet sensei.
Yes, yes.
QFXYT says, playing all night to get better and saying it's just natural talent, bro.
There was one of our friends who was saying he's naturally good at everything, and I wasn't there, but my brother-in-law was, and it was the funniest story because he's just this guy that they all mess with, and he's not naturally good at stuff. He practices a lot in certain things, right? That's how he gets better. So this is, but it got pretty heated, but you don't prompt yourself up like that. Prop yourself, not prompt yourself like an AI. I prompted myself in the future. So stupid. Squint. Do what you keep on telling Butt for Chair to do, which you do need to squint. Here's the thing, Butt for Chair.
Shrikitten
You need to
says,
start going about your work like you
go
go about
prompt
your work.
yourself, lol.
Yeah, I said prompt. You see? Look, guys, you should be grateful that I'm streaming right now because I almost didn't. And you know what? I said, because I'm going to do or say something. Believe it or not, I my filter is worse when I'm tired. And I do have a filter. All right. Which I actively choose to ignore. But like, I mean, see how slow I'm going right now? I am going slow as freaking donkey balls, man.
QFXYT says, did you
UFX.
filter at Terry's school?
I did, but a couple times I didn't. But I'm pretty good at being savvy enough to get my way out of those situations. So, and I also tested the waters, and those kids were cool. Like I was like, why couldn't it have been like this when I was in high school? High school here, it was horrible.
QFXYT says, can't say shit anymore these days as teacher.
Oh, the
Another
teachers
person in
have it
line
tough.
E8G
That's why
says,
I'm never going to be a teacher in
yo, I'm
school.
squintin' I tells yat. Sheer Curry says, Brian was right about the spit. A lot of
Shikari.
artists used their spit.
No, but no, he's not right. And you know what's disgusting? Okay, when I hope he's watching, because when he sharpens this pencil, what he does, here's the sandpaper. He keeps it down low, and so when he sharpens his pencil, he goes down like this, and you just like I look, I see
QFXYT
his
says,
ass every time he's doing
spit is
this,
your friend.
and then every time after we end, there's slobber all over the floor. I literally did not buy this during COVID because I thought the whole thing, the way they handled it, I didn't. I I got this for Brian. Brian made me get this when COVID didn't.
Shurikitten says,
Okay,
LOL.
and that was I have that recorded in the video
Sheer
where
Curry
he
says,
spit all over him,
I
slobbered. He
want
was
to be
disgusting.
more like Brian.
No, you don't. He's acting crazy right now. And I told him I'm a salesperson. Which if I'm a salesperson, that's a problem. But I'm the
Sheer
buffer right.
Curry says, he doesn't care.
He is in despair about everything at all times. But this is how he looks. He's just something else, man.
QFXYT says,
It's
damn
insane.
YouTube filter.
Dude, I made sure that filter was off on YouTube. It should not be on right now.
Sheer Curry
You know
says,
what?
he's my long lost father.
He's something else. He is something else. He's hilarious,
QFXYT
actually.
says, half my good shit is canned. Shurikitten says, I can't believe none of them actually paint. Like dude, I wonder what their painting would be like.
If they listened to me, they would be painting by now. And they probably could. They could paint. But I mean,
QFXYT says,
Carrie needs to do more
didn't Brian do
exercises.
this one painting and everyone glazed it?
Um, no, he has these ideas for paintings, and they're all gay, like literally gay. Like one of them was like he wanted to do a painting of a bunch of buff sailor dudes, and then something about something happening below deck. Like it was weird. He's carrying around that boys book, but I know he's not gay, so I don't know what's going on with that. He goes to Barnes and Nobles, which is a bookstore here. Goes in, cannot find any book on women,
Sheer
but
Curry
there
says,
are.
let him paint that.
I know. Yes, I know.
QFXYT says, did you borrow that book for lonely nights?
Anyway, so he goes and that's where he bought the boys' book. But then he goes and complains to them. But then he buys the book anyway. He says, "This is all I could find here. This is all you have." They're like, "Okay." He's like, "I would like to purchase this." And then he carries it around in his back. Probably had a fanny pack too. I don't know.
Shrikitten says, just one night you should have them paint the model instead of draw it. Grasshopper 11275 says, maybe he just doesn't know yet and it's still art.
Well, whatever. I mean, and here's the thing. I know like those class videos, which I haven't put out in a while, but I have a lot. I know that it's like it looks like I'm being an asshole, but y'all don't see what leads up to that, okay? And Juliet, if she's probably not here. She's actually pretty busy. Um, but she can attest. It's a constant battle, and they piss me off all the way up to the point where I have to give them a critique. Ask yourself if that's a smart thing to do. No, it's not smart. It's not. And they're like, why are you so mean to me? They do the same mistakes over and over again. Same mistakes. How many times have I taught them how to draw the tits? Just that one thing. It's the same critique every single time. Why did you make it look like a smiley face? On the nipples, they put these giant dots, black dots. Paint the shadow shapes. Draw the shadow shapes in it. Don't just circle it.
QFXYT
Dot,
says,
dot, smiley face.
most important part at.
How many times? It's fine if you're a beginner doing this stuff. Terry, for watching.
Grasshopper
Terry, you're doing better. But
11275 says, maybe they just like learning.
no, if they liked
Grasshopper
learning, they wouldn't be doing
11275
this.
says, or never learning. Shrikitten
Exactly.
says,
Yes.
do they draw schoolongs any better?
You know what?
Sheer Curry
Fortunately, and I
says,
am saying,
don't they have a live outside of drawing unlike some of us?
no,
QFXYT
that's why
says,
they fit in.
detailing those veins.
Look, we have not had a male model. All right. It's only been female models. I do not want to see a detailed drawing of a cock. And that's what they will do. I just know it. There are ways of going about it, but I don't want the critique to be, I'm going to have to repeat myself 8 million
QFXYT
times on how to
says,
draw a dick.
does that fact upset you?
No, it doesn't. I just expressed how it doesn't.
Sheer Curry says, I want to see.
I'm sure you do. I'm going so slow with this stuff right now. Some days it's just not there.
Grasshopper
I really hope they
11275
tuned into
says,
that.
quote, subjective interpretations, unquote. QFXYT says, hey, post that drawing you did of the juiced burrito at FAA who threw in a blue before class.
Dude, that was the one night I had to do a
Sheer
demonstration.
Curry says, that one hangs above his
It was
bed.
blocking his freaking knees. No, it doesn't. It doesn't, man. I bet you I still have that drawing somewhere. And it probably is under my bed at home. That's where I keep my old work.
Sheer Curry says. Under your pillow.
Keep it under my pillow. What a sad existence. And here's the other thing. It's frustrating when you're just like so dumb you can't think. It is so frustrating. Like you see yourself
QFXYT
doing this and
says.
you're like, what the hell?
He comes back to that sketchbook once a week thinking those were the days.
What was that? You peaked in high school, remember? 21 Jump Street, and he shoots his dick off. You remember that movie? It was all downhill after that.
QFXYT says. I didn't know there's a version with Johnny Depp.
Yeah. Oh, you haven't seen it? Oh, that one.
Another
Yeah, that
person in
was
line
originally it
E8G
was
says.
Johnny Depp.
Guys, stop picking on Lewitt. After all, he took a vow of celibacy, which is an honorable thing to do. Sherikitten says. Oh, that explains the sleep fapping.
Sleep fapping. I always wake up refreshed. I never knew why. I just sleep fapping. Sleep fapper, man.
QFXYT says. Does Channing Tatum even still act? Haven't heard of him in a while.
Pretty sure he does. Right? It has to. Every time I'm like, where did this guy go? I always look. It's like movies are coming out. It's just you don't hear about them as much as you used to. It's kind of cray cray. I think Hollywood's taking a hit right now. Apparently, it's like a ghost town, what it used to be.
Sherikitten
I think
says.
it's too
I
expensive
thought
to
he was a
film there.
football player.
Channing Tatum, no, he's not.
Sheer Curry says. How about Jim Carrey?
Yeah, Jim Carrey definitely did some Botox, didn't he? I saw you all caught up on that conversation. But yeah, it's like I didn't think you didn't need it, man. Just yeah, y'all are right. It's like you don't want to do that stuff. You don't want to get into it.
Sheer Curry says,
Never looks good.
maybe he has a disease that makes his face puffy.
That looks like Botox to me. But if it is a disease like that,
Sheer Curry says, pills or whatever. Sherikitten says, all my news says he was killed and that's a body double of him. QFXYT says, that guy had some serious work done.
yeah, like he'd look better if he just didn't do that. Like Morgan Freeman looks like solid. He never had anything done to him. You know, he has a let's see Morgan Freeman, uh, Bruce Willis. Even though he has some dementia, he's always like he never, he never started doing comb overs or hair plugs or anything like that. He just balded. What am I looking for?
Sheer Curry says,
So,
black don't crack.
black don't crack. Yeah, oftentimes I think black people oftentimes look better older. Like they age very well. Don't know why. I guess it's particular to the person too.
Sheer Curry says, Morgan Freeman does look older now.
He does or doesn't. I think he's in his upper 80s. He's one of those guys. I'm going to be so sad when he goes. Clint Eastwood's the same. I mean, look at Clint Eastwood.
Sheer Curry says, does. Sheer Curry says, how is Clint Eastwood still alive?
He's too tough to die. With grit. Yeah, that guy, I mean, dude, I'm telling you. What's crazy is to think that most of your life, obviously, if you live a longer life, you're going to, like, your youth doesn't last that long, which sucks. Like, if you were old in the 80s,
QFXYT says, that guy has some problems with his son Lel. Sheer
really?
Curry says,
That sucks.
life sucks.
Yeah.
Sheer Curry says, YQFX. Another person in line E8G says, Gazongas equals BOTOX.
Botox.
QFXYT says, I don't know, makes his life harder than it needs to be, like
His
giving roles to other actors if they do slightly better and shit.
wait, what is this?
Sher Curry says. He doesn't want a Nepa baby. Another person in line E8G says. Yup, we're screwed, guys. QFXYT says. Maybe he never wanted that kid and is just pissed about it.
Wait, I don't understand what's going on. Saying something's wrong with Clint's kid?
Sherikitten says. Are you only right-handed?
Me? As far as I know, yeah. I mean, I did
Another
that
person in line
left-handed video. I
E8G
can draw with
says.
my left.
Although we'll say. I've been to funerals for infants, so we should all be glad that we are around to terrorize people with our art.
You are correct. Yeah.
QFXYT
Yeah.
says. The westerns with Clint were badass though, they don't make 'em like that no more.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. And they need to. Because it's like, that's how, like, I think it's important to have movies that show strength and strong men in it. And, and a sense of value. It's extremely important. Because most movies now
Sherikitten says.
don't.
But for Chair, the kids you drew look like they're out of a horror movie. It's so great, lol, that must be why you're supposed to downplay the face lines and teeth.
No,
Sher Curry says.
I,
They can't.
when I saw
QFXYT
those, that's what I
says.
thought too.
Even the stuff from the Naked Gun, some of those jokes totally wouldn't fly today, which is sad.
But, and
Another
you wouldn't
person
have a
in line
classic.
E8G says. Maybe the St. John doesn't like Eastwood around, probably hates one of his movies.
But anyway, yeah, Shakur, it's funny because I thought the same thing when I looked at But for Cheers. I was like, it's another pumpkin baby type painting. I looked, I was like, oh. This is the way that you can tell. And But for Sure, it's always like, is anybody up at like 3 a.m.? And like you're making these weird paintings. They're hilarious, man. Ah, it was so good. You'll get it. You will get it. Is anybody up?
Shrikitten says. I know, I love seeing them. QFXYT says. Did you know they asked Robert Downey Jr. if he'd be sorry for portraying Sergeant Lincoln Osiris now? What a joke, dude. Another person in line E8G says. It's a tough job, to draw scary kids, but someone's gotta do it.
I don't think he was sorry though, was he? I think he was just like acknowledging you probably couldn't get away with it now. Like, guys,
QFXYT says.
people need to stop being
NA
just
he wasn't.
good. Like, it's just out of control. I'm so sick of all this stuff.
Another person in line E8G says. Scary
really
kids to follow you all into your sweet dreams in dreamland.
It's good. It's really good. Oof. Oof. Oof.
Shrikitten says. I was watching Helen Van Wyck and she was saying the wrinkles should be lights not darks.
Lights, not darks. I mean, it depends on the lighting. I don't know what she means by that.
Another person in line E8G says. That's only if you want kids that are not scary.
They're so good, man.
Richard Wyant 3728 says. Political correctness is tough.
I hate political correctness. I think it's poison.
Sheer Curry says. All kids scare me.
That's pretty good.
Sheer Curry says. And adults.
You'll live a long life, unfortunately. It's not what you're going for. Sometimes I am like, man, when's this going to be over? When's it going to end?
Sheer Curry says. Lord, take me now.
Ah, yes. The nightly prayer and the morning prayer. Especially the morning prayer, especially Monday morning prayer.
Another person in line E8G says. Hot tip for everyone, try not to shop after sunset, people be acting like Fallout scavengers.
Saying.
Shrikitten says. At Costco.
Costco's bad.
Richard Wyan
Walmart's bad.
3728 says. You have intent confused a lot with what we see. Another person in line E8G says. Yep, my arch nemesis Monday mornings. Sheer Curry says. Aren't stores in America open all night? That does sound
Some
great.
of them are, yeah.
Richard Wyan 3728 says. I have a
Oof.
son with Down syndrome.
Oof.
Sheer Curry says.
That's rough, man.
I would
Sorry to
love
hear
to
that.
do groceries at midnight. Richard Wyan 3728 says. Was watching with my wife and she was a bit unhappy when she heard.
When she heard what?
Richard Wyan 3728 says. Then she jumped on the chat.
Wait. In here? Wait, what happened? Did I make somebody angry? Oh, wait, Juliet was your wife? So I thought Juliet was, I didn't know Juliet was your wife. I was thinking it was Juliet from my class. So tell her that. So I wasn't trying to troll your wife. And I also want to look, Richard, I get why you're upset, but I want to differentiate. Like, I wouldn't call your son retarded, and I'm not meaning
Grasshopper
to
11275 says.
make fun of
We
people like
used to
him.
have 24-hour grocery stores
All right,
here.
but
So
I can
nice being
understand
in
why
empty
she's upset.
stores.
All right, so but I'm not bashing anybody who's actually retarded. Okay? There's a difference, and there is a difference. But I can understand why she's upset. And do me a favor, apologize to her for me
Richard Wyan
because I thought she
3728
was
says. Correct.
right. And I thought she was my friend from class, Juliet. I didn't know that that was your wife. So I can see why that would be a disaster. Because I essentially doubled down and called her retarded. So I
Shrikitten
literally
says.
called your wife
I don't
retarded.
even remember us saying retarded.
I know
But yeah,
because we say it all
retarded
the
is
time.
different than someone having Down syndrome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Retarded is slang.
Yeah.
Richard Wyan 3728
I
says.
made Richard's life
You
much
did.
harder. Yeah. But in my defense,
Richard Wyan 3728
I know
says.
you're not.
Not upset.
I know. But just let your wife, but your wife is, and I don't want to cause you trouble, okay? All right, so just you let her know. I thought that was, I didn't know it was her. Okay?
Sheer
Because
Curry
here's the
says,
thing, Juliet,
record was the word for that back in the day.
Richard, because Juliet, I mean, first off, I think calls me retarded, but gets on my case for saying stuff in class, but she laughs about it. So that's the context there. I was thinking that was her. I was wrong. Apparently
Richard Wyan
I couldn't have been more
3728
wrong.
says, haha.
Yeah. Yeah, Richard's
Richard
probably
Wyan
got him in trouble.
3728 says, you did.
There you go. See? That's what. And what did I say? What
Sharikitten
did I say
says,
when I got on?
in the US we don't call someone retarded that has Down syndrome.
Yeah, we don't.
We call idiots that don't have Down syndrome retarded LOL.
Thank you. That's it. There's a difference. There's the difference right there. Just like Michael Scott said, I
Richard
wouldn't
Wyan
call somebody who's actually
3728
retarded
says,
retarded. And I'm not saying
thanks
he
for
is
that.
retarded.
I am
Down syndrome's not
LMAO.
necessarily, but I guess you could consider it that. But respectfully so. Sure. I get it. I mean, technically, my dad's probably considered a little retarded right now,
Sheer Curry says,
you know.
but it
But
used to be the word for the diagnosis.
yeah, exactly. Is the diagnosis retarded? It's retarded. Yeah.
Richard
Richard
Wyan
knows.
3728 says, a bit.
Hmm. Yeah. But so Richard's wife
Sharikitten says,
heard us saying this, got
well,
on,
this
said
isn't
what
the
she
30s
said,
Curry LOL.
and then I said what I said. I called her retarded, thinking it was Juliet from class. Oh, I couldn't have been more wrong. I know, Richard, that probably didn't do you any favors. I do apologize to you for that and your wife. But that was a little funny. You have to admit. And this is what I said. When I
QFXYT
got on,
says, soon though. Sheer Curry says, in my mind it is.
yeah,
Richard Wyan 3728 says, I understand my wife not so much. Sharikitten says, that's hilarious.
I know your wife doesn't understand. As long as she's not mad at you, she can hate me all day long. I'm used to having people hate me. And here's the thing. I told y'all that I almost didn't get on because I would say something retarded. Is your wife listening right now? She shouldn't be listening to me. If that stuff's getting to her, and it's not a criticism on her, it's just, I don't know. I can't. She just shouldn't listen to me. She should not listen to me. Oh, poor Richard. What have I done?
Another person in line E8G says, yeah, unfortunate in regular life will always find a reason to call you stuff, I'm pretty sure some. Richard Wyan 3728 says, hilarious.
Yes, it is hilarious. Thank you. I'm glad you can see the humor in it.
Sheer Curry
Because
says,
it is funny.
I think if people get to know you they know you don't mean anything bad.
Thank you. But you
QFXYT
got to give
says,
people the benefit of the doubt.
what you gonna grab in that
And
reference, a huge burrito.
where's that come from?
Another person in line E8G says, I'm pretty sure some people from my childhood wish me nothing but bad stuff. Richard Wyan 3728 says, not listening.
Good. Okay. Good. And she can also downvote me. It's good for the algorithm, apparently. It is. Any
Grasshopper
interaction
112755
is good for
says,
the.
no, it's a manicure.
These are nice hands. Hmm.
QFXYT says. Glazing his own
No,
henzo.
I'm not.
QFXYT
Don't bring me
says.
down to your level.
I kinda do the same.
We all know you do the same. I think sharing me his entire Discord knows that you do the same. Which is not the same because I don't do it. Jackass.
Sheer Curry says. That's good for your skin. Sheer Curry says. Man glaze.
You just had to double down on it. Man glaze.
Shurikitten says. Yes, just in your sleep fapping. Richard Wyan 3728 says. Gotta go. Glad we shed some light on this. Night work on the hand.
Thanks, Richard.
Really nice.
Thanks, man. I'll see you, buddy. Richard's a cool guy.
QFXYT says. Lewis waking up every
Yeah,
morning. Oh no,
it's
not
kind of
again.
like that. Yeah, it's kind of like that. The routine in the morning's rough, guys. It's just like the time I have, like time to myself, it's past
Grasshopper
noon.
11275
Rough.
says. Y'all gotta just stick with the politically correct dumbass.
I am not going to do that, and Richard understands this. And I told his wife she
Sheer
doesn't need to
Curry
listen.
says. That's
I
why
was
I was dreaming
respectful.
about seasoning a raw chicken.
What's that? Were you really? Did you slaughter it yourself? I gotta go in a second, guys. Hand cramped. This is pretty close, isn't it? I'm like drawing right here. Just we need the camera closer.
Shurikitten says. Did you stuff it?
What'd you say? Did you stuff it? Did you stuff the chicken? What am I doing?
Sheer Curry says.
Camera needs
I
to be
meant you
closer.
dreamed that while night playing.
Night playing? What do you mean by night playing?
Shurikitten says. Oh, Curry is writing a fanfic of you. Sheer Curry says. Darn filters. Shurikitten says. OMG, we can smell your eye.
I'm just trying to bring y'all into the life of whatever here. Trying to immerse you as much as I can here.
Does it involve huge burritos and glazed hands?
Here we go. Here we go.
Another person in line E8G says. That's a good hand drawing.
Yeah, thank you, vote for chair. Thank you, buddy. There we go. Oh.
Sheer Curry says.
Falling apart.
I can see where his brain should be in his ear. Shurikitten says. I vote
Because that's where brains are. I vote butt cam. I'll do the butt cam. I'll definitely do the butt cam. We'll do the butt cam. Actually, I don't know if this thing will fit.
Another
No, it
person
won't
in
fit.
line E8G says,
Can't get around.
don't forget to add a pair of brass knuckles.
Dude, I actually have. Look at these knuckles. These are light brass knuckles. Look at that. Huh? Look at those bones. These two right there. My fist your face.
QFXYT says, the knuckles of a true 1800 mage. Another person in line E8G says, booty cam.
The cord won't go around that far. Wait. Oh, it will. Sell yourself. Here we go. Look at that. There you go. There's your butt cam. The dumbest thing ever. Let's get this out of the way. I've been trying to get the butt cam going for a long time. To honor the Twitch chicks. Why does nobody take me so serious?
Sheer Curry says, flat.
I knew you'd say that. It does look flat from that angle. So I'm not gonna stick my butt out at the camera. I feel very self-conscious doing that.
Sheer Curry says, too much clothing.
I'm not taking my clothing off. It's the only thing that's protecting me right now. So Shikari, what I was thinking of with this, sorry, to ask him, what I was thinking was instead of doing one video, because like this is taking a while. I might do a couple,
QFXYT says,
and so like I'll do
now
this and then a
burrito
painting
cam.
of it, another one, painting of that, painting, couple of videos. That way we can start getting them out because this
Another
is
person
taking
in
me
line
forever to
E8G
do.
says, ah, my eyes you can't see what you've seen.
Good. We got that out of the way, right? Okay, this is the last time I'm adjusting this thing because I'm sick of it. Okay, stays there. Not doing the burrito cam.
QFXYT says, sad day. Sheer Curry says,
Flat.
better turn on ads when you post the video.
I probably should. It's just like $3 for it. It's not much. I guess I can get part of a latte, a grande, a dainty. Freaking Starbucks. Have y'all seen Doni Pelletier? It's a professional skier,
QFXYT says,
but that's his alter
that's
ego.
the only reason I watch this guy, cause he doesn't run ads.
There you go. There's no wait. Are there ads on Twitch still? I think there are ads on Twitch. I don't know if I set up. I need to reset that up so I actually get credit for that. Because I don't think I can stop ads on Twitch. I think they're all mandatory now. Because otherwise I just turn them off. In fact, I might go in because I haven't messed with the inside settings. They're constantly changing things. So I'll have to see what they've done. But I remember one time I did literally turn them off and then they kept on running them. I don't know.
Grasshopper 11275 says, The ads on Twitch are for movies.
But there's still ads going.
Another person in line E8G says, dare you to walk into Starbucks and ask them to refill your 7-Eleven coffee?
Dude, I
QFXYT
would
says,
definitely do that.
probably for Tay ones we criticize. Sharikitten says, ads are mandatory yet. There are ad blockers that can work but the site is slow in general from them.
I once crashed a breakdance party out of a dare, and I don't know how to breakdance. That's the problem. I'm too susceptible to peer pressure. Lost my shoe in a dance contest once too. Toby Wright and I were dancing. There was a
QFXYT
dance
says,
circle around us at
isn't
all
Turbo
sorts of stuff. And
screwing
I don't
all
want,
the streamers?
isn't Turbo screwing all the? I don't know. I haven't kept up with this. Is it Turbo?
Sharikitten says, can you dance?
I'm not a good dancer, no. I know how to sarcastically dance. I'd be a good dancer if I tried. I just don't care to. Never been one for dancing. Do the waltz. They end
QFXYT
up doing
says,
stretches and stuff. It's
if you
weird.
Twitch Turbo you dodge all ads, so
Really?
there's less reason to subscribe to people.
Gotcha. Oh, I see. And so that makes sense. Gotcha. Yeah. Well, unless you want to
Share Curry
support them, which a
says,
lot of people do if they.
like a junk could stop using if he wanted to.
Woo!
Another
Junk
person in line E8G says, was it a one-legged ass-kicking contest?
That's life. Life. Every day is a one-legged ass-kicking contest. Get with it. The hell. What the hell type of line is that? Oh my gosh. I need to show you guys the pictures that I took when we were waiting in the an airport in Germany. I'm surprised we didn't get arrested. Toby and I, we were bored, and so we were pranking people at in the
Share
airport.
Curry says, nails need to be way longer and prettier.
They're clubbed. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, bring those pictures in one of these times. That was fun. What happened was we had a layover because we missed our plane, so we were like stuck in the airport for 4 hours waiting on our next flight. And so we're doing all sorts of weird stuff. I'll just leave it at that. I'll show you all the pictures later. Guys, some days you just don't do a good job drawing. What can I say?
QFXYT says, I thought your airport security was way stricter on weird stuff.
It is, but this is back before 9/11. Wait. Yeah, it was right before. Wait, no. It might have been like right before that time. because you would definitely get arrested now. We would not have made it to Germany.
Sheer Curry says, didn't you guys do sit-ups as a prank?
Sit-ups, we were doing push-ups, all sorts, but I need to show you all the pictures because that wasn't it. We were like, we're doing all sorts of stuff. You know what? I'm working it up now and thinking about it. It's not that great. It does take a degree of balls, but it's not like if you work something up, it's not going to be as good. So
QFXYT says, I mean even before they'd question everyone coming in for hours lol.
it's not looking good.
QFXYT says, at least foreigners.
I mean, they should be strict on them. They should, but like some of the stuff they did didn't make sense. Like they weren't allowed to racially profile people, which was a problem. And so they had to take measures that were politically correct measures to appease the people who were easily offended, the mental people, in my opinion. Because you can't judge off appearance. That's what they said, but that's stupid when you're in airport security. So instead, they had everybody taking off their belts, their shoes, all sorts of like. I think they're still doing it. It's just dumb. The thing is, guys, I when I am an old man, I'm going to be the most bitter old man. Like, you know what else sucks? So already, I'm pretty good at calming myself with this stuff, but sometimes this stuff just gets to me. It gets tiring.
Sheer Curry says, you already are like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So when I'm
QFXYT
80,
says, so you're gonna be just like me now KEKW.
yeah, if you're like that now, but you're more in like
Sheer
despair,
Curry says,
despair, like I can't do.
me too.
Yeah, I mean, guys, what are you gonna do? Woo! Guys, I gotta go. I have to go. Friends are getting me out. They're taking me out to a
QFXYT
steakhouse.
says, I'm 65 now, bitter and out of juice and burrito girth.
Not 65.
Grasshopper 11275 says, they'll have better drugs then maybe. Anyhow, being angry is in style right now.
Is it in style? Yeah, I guess it is. Everybody's angry. Anyway, guys, y'all are awesome. I'll be back on this week. I'll be back on. Hopefully tomorrow. I want to get up to there. Thing is, I don't want to stop right now, but I do have to go. I got to run. All right. I'll see you.
Sheer Curry says, bye bye.